everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to another love and romance reading. I can't believe how fast the weeks are going. And I seem to be, it feels like I do these, almost daily when I only do them weekly. So while I introduce myself, please take the time to tune into the decks and see which deck you are drawn to for your love and romance reading this week. This is my Golden Tarot and some Red Jasper. My original Rider deck, my very special first tarot deck I ever bought back in South Africa in 2003. And this is the feather for deck number 2. For deck number 3, my Arcanum Tarot, and we have Power Shell. And so take your time, see which one you're drawn to, and that's the deck I will read for you. So below my video you will find links where you can contact me for readings. So there is also a donation button located there. If you find yourself clicking on that button, thank you for valuing me and my time. I do this full time, and so the funds that you allocate to me and my channel goes towards buying new tarot decks, goes towards paying for accommodation and food when I do my road trips to present classes and workshops. So you contribute to bringing light into the world, and thank you for valuing me. Thank you for valuing my time. Below my video you will find timestamps where you can find your tarot reading. There will also be a list of the decks that I'm using, and while I'm on that subject, I will be using, of course, the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue in this reading as well. I think I've covered just about all the bases. When it comes to reading tarot, it is about know that these readings are timeless. The situation can be either pertaining to you or someone you know. Time is fluid, so timing might be off, but I will try and give you the best timing that I can if there is an issue of timing coming in. Because we are not predestined. We're still the masters of our own journey here. So it's about, well, you decide what you consciously decide that you want. Because this is a love and romance reading, this could be pertaining to people who are already in a relationship, who are looking for direction in their romantic connection. But this could also be for people who are looking to meet someone who are single. And because I'm limited to 3 decks, as I said, if the reading doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit. It is a general reading. The best way to get very good information is to just book an appointment. I have PayPal facilities. I have affordable fees. And, you can get tailor-made information for you on your journey. Okay, and please give me feedback. Let me know where you are. I love connecting with my soul family. I love connecting with my tribe, the people who I resonate with. And I hope that this information will find, I know that the information will find the people who are meant to be receiving these readings. If you are married, okay, or in a long-term committed partnership, these readings are not intended to find other love or to introduce a third party situation. Okay, I want to be very clear on that. I don't read for menage a trois, okay? it's it's people who are committed to one person only. That is the way that I operate, and that is the people, those are the type of romantic readings I set out. Okay, so hopefully all my yakking is done. I think I've sent everything that I needed to say. And we shall proceed, shall we? Okay. So this is our little red jasper. Let's see what's coming in for love and romance for you. I'm going to do a mini Celtic cross. And we'll have a good look at, obstacles, things you're not aware of, and a little bit of the past so that we can see where we are going in the way of romance. Okay. I'm just shuffling because I'm tuning into the group who chose this deck. Thank you for your patience while I go through my process of, shuffling and tuning in and doing the things that the reader does. I find shuffling a deck mesmerizing. Sometimes I would just pick up a deck and shuffle it for the pure pleasure of having the cards slide and fall into place. It kind of reminds me that in life, life's also a bit like that. Everything always falls into place. It's like you put the energy out to shuffle, but at the same time you have to allow for things to fall into place as well. You can expend your energy, but then you have to allow things to fall into place. That's beautiful. Okay, enough philosophy. Let's talk about love. What's happening in your love life? Oh, we have the Knight of Cups. Is that a true cup of love or is that a cup of BS? We will find out. Okay, so this card is ruled by Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like if you've chosen this deck that you most probably will be traveling overseas, traveling across water bridges, going on a boat trip. You might also be, you open to romance, you definitely open to romance, and you might have even heard messages from a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces type personality who might have even expressed interest and say, hey, babe, how about it? But you might even, if you're masculine watching this, there might actually be a feminine, who's actually expressed like, I really like you. But I feel it as not such a very bold kind of, it's a very trying to be diplomatic about the situation, going with the flow. It is ruled by water, but I see there's a beautiful cup here, and this person pays attention to how they present themselves. They carefully dress themselves before they go out in public. They take care of themselves. They take care of what they own. Look at that horse. That horse is so proud to be owned by this person. So I feel like the person coming towards you in the way of romance knows how to take care of themselves and knows how to take care of their own. Kind to animals, kind-hearted. Maybe they even love horses or they have something to do with, I feel, a strong equestrian kind of energy here because that horse is groomed, man. It's like really it has, you can see when a horse feels valued, and so I kind of feel like this person coming in is someone who brings a sense of value. They like the finer things in life. They have emotional sensitivity, I feel, because this person doesn't even have armor on. They're well dressed. In some other decks, they have armor on, but this person is coming out. They're coming open. They have nothing to hide. Okay. They also have the ability to share deep emotions. Look at the fish in the. That fish is coming from the bottom of the sea, and it's showing itself from the the deepest ocean. So this person has the ability to calmly share very deep emotions as well. So romance coming, divinely guided. There's an angel. This romance is divinely guided, and they're coming out. They're coming with their heart on their sleeve. They have nothing to hide. They're quite expressing, and I feel like they're coming out after a long period of reflection, thinking about, and maybe coming out of a period of stagnancy, just hanging out, not knowing how to move forward, processing a lot of information, having to processing. situations where they sacrifice themselves in love and relationships. But I feel like upon reflection that your suitor, and this is also ruled by Neptune, by the way, so I have a very strong Piscean kind of feel about this personality, okay? It's not to say that they are Pisces, but very intuitive, very sensitive to the environment and emotions, spiritual, connected to the divine, and knowing this. This is a person who spends time, who knows how to be by themselves, to be quiet, to be introspective, very creative. I get this person is very creative. And this could be either you or your person. Okay, so put the information where it fits. But I feel like there was a lot of sacrifices that was made in the past, and but now upon reflection, ready to go another round. Apparently, never say die. 10 of Wands. This person is working very hard in the day to day, but also finishing off with responsibility that's not theirs. So even though I feel like this person coming out, your person, is someone who is slowly coming out of a period where a lot of sacrifices was made and a lot of heavy burdens was carried, but they now ready to move forward, and they're just going at a nice easy pace. They do not want to take on responsibility in relationships that's not theirs. They're finishing off with that. So I feel like they're looking for a balanced, like a balanced connection. Your person has dealt with deceit in the past. Okay. So this is the past for your person. It could also be you. You might have been deceived by, someone in the past who just wasn't, they ghosted you maybe. And they say, oh, well, that's in the past. I'm moving on. I need love. In spite of all, and you realize that the hang-ups of this person ghosting you, or that person that wasn't really forthcoming in the way of love and romance, you feel like that person, it was their baggage. It wasn't anything to do with you, really. That you were someone, you are good material for romance, right? You know this. You know that you're a very lovable person, and that the reason why the past romance didn't work out was because of the other person not having the ability to work through their issues. And so we have the Tower. Okay, don't be afraid of the Tower. I want to draw another card. We have the Ten of Cups. So I feel as an outcome, OMG. Talking about hitting the lotto for deep, deep emotional satisfaction and everything that you ever dreamed about in the way of love. Ten of Cups. The house, the husband, the wife, the children, the dog, the car, the grannies, the grandpas, the nanas, everyone that comes with it. And look at the children. Look at how happy that child is. This could be a ready-made family. Maybe your person is bringing children with them. But I feel like with this Tower here at the top, because these are the two majors, okay, in this reading. So kind of the obstacle in this reading is the Hanged Man, the sacrifices that was made, and the inability to move forward. And then we get the Tower, which is the other major in this reading, knowing that things change. Sudden changes happen. Suddenly romance shows up. Suddenly this person comes out of nowhere, where you were just hanging out, working your hiney off, maybe focusing on work to get you through the day because you don't really have anything much else going on in your life. Okay. Comes this person, hello, out of nowhere with this Tower, kaboom. Your whole reality shatters, and now all of a sudden you have to change your thinking, get a different perspective, because that's also what the Hangman does, get different perspectives on a situation. So there you are, maybe wanting to be by yourself, being antisocial, You know, don't want to handle awkward situations. I'm just gonna sneak off here and sit quietly by myself while everyone else is partying. And comes this romance of a lifetime, this Piscean person or this watery person offering their cup of love and changing you. Now you have to shift your reality or your focus on your love life, going from being alone all by yourself to having all of this. It's a big switch, right? So I also feel like with this romance coming in, it is about taking your time, because this dude is just going at a nice pace on his horse, not too fast, not too slow, but also taking the time to get to know this person. I want to tell you, they are honest, they have your best interests at heart. This romance is divinely guided. um, it's time to be happy. That's basically what I see. It's time to be happy after all the carnage in your life. But the tower is also bringing you sudden breakthroughs. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups in the outcome, so that could be 10 months or 10 weeks. The other major here is Neptune, so I would say, strong Neptunian influence here. So I would say most probably latest February next year in Pisces season, latest. But if you go sit and you do the maths, we have the 10 of Cups. So say it's months. We are now in, say, July. So it's August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So May next year at the latest. So I would say maybe about 6 months, 7 months from now. All right, give and take, give and take, depending. But I feel like by the time that Pisces season comes around, that you would already be in the mood for setting up house and starting a family and having that beautiful happiness, in the home, and love, and all the beauty that comes with having a loving, harmonious, romantic connection. Do I see marriage? Doesn't have to be marriage. Maybe you could just be in a long-term committed partnership. If you want marriage, that's a possibility. We only have 6 cards here. But I feel like it's a deep, deep, deep connection because we have Neptune there. And we have that fish coming out of the water. So I feel it's a beautiful, deep, emotional connection. And I feel like this is also a cycle of the end of betrayal in your life. If you've been betrayed, because we have the 10 of Wands and we have the Tower, those are endings. Okay, and the 7 of Swords in the past, which is betrayal, the end of betrayal, and you're going into a beautiful new phase, okay, of love and happiness and trust, beauty, emotional satisfaction. It's time to be happy. Our romance card is trust. Oh my god. Isn't that just what I said? Ah, this situation is calling you to have faith and trust. But look at it. There's faith and trust in ample, measures there. That's love. If you can't trust someone, even if you have heaps of chemistry in a connection, that connection won't last because there's no trust. Trust is the first thing. And look at that little cherub there. Yeah, that arrow has been used. It's second rate now. Second hand arrow now from here on out. So I feel like, I don't need to say anymore. You have trust and you have the 10 of Cups. Trust that it's coming your way. It's a beautiful, beautiful, happy outcome for you. I'm so happy I could bring you good news in the way of love. So let me know how this reading find you. I love connecting with you. I love hearing from you. Have a beautiful day. Light and love. Okay, so for my next group, we have our little feather. It's a little chicken feather I picked up in the parking lot while I was doing trolleys for the company that I work with for part time. I help them out. Okay. So let's see what's coming in. If this is the deck you chose, oh, look what we have. Looks like Pisces is in the mood for love because we're just coming out of a Pisces reading and I just see this Piscean man, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign at the bottom of the deck. But we'll keep on shuffling. That just caught my eye. So what's going on with love for you? So thank you for being patient with me while I go through the processes of shuffling and tuning in to a new group of people. And as I explained before, you know, when I shuffle a deck, it's very therapeutic. It reminds me that in life we have to allow things to fall into place. You can expend energy to take the deck and shuffle it, but there's also that process of allowing life to fall into place for you. So let's have a look and see what's coming in for you in the way of love and romance. Please give me feedback if you like this video. Please click like. If you like my style of reading, please subscribe. I'd like to get my viewers up. I'd like to get my subscriber numbers up. Love is a many splendid thing, they say. Okay, someone is spying on someone, social media. Someone is spying on someone's social media. They want to have a look and see what's going on. Maybe they're driving by your house, and normally when someone does this, they either have trust issues or they want to scope out the territory. It's almost like a tech, what do you call it, tactical card, like an ops operation planning, wanting to get information so that they can plot and plan on how are they going to reel you in. Okay. So it's just someone checking it out on social media. We'll get more cards out for you. Oh, Tower. Something's going to happen suddenly, folks. Something's going to happen suddenly. Okay. Oh, yeah. Someone's getting a wake-up call. I just want to draw more cards here. Rise. Okay, so we have this at the bottom of the deck. Yee-ha. Let's keep that one out because that's good. We'll keep it. So I feel like with this person checking out, this could be a younger person having the eye on someone who is quite a bit older or more mature. I feel like there could be potentially an age difference between you and your person. Now, whether it is you scoping out your person's media, or whether they are doing it to you, put the information where it fits, okay? But I feel like whatever you're going to find on social media, just remember that social media is not a true reflection of the person. It can be very deceiving. You don't know what they put out. You could just be drawing conclusions, okay? So that's the first thing that I want to say. The next thing, I feel like whatever you discover on social media is most probably going to rock your boat a bit, because it is going to be quite shocking. But it's not necessarily the truth, because the next card that comes out is the Eight of Swords. So I want to clearly state that social media doesn't give you the type of information where you can move forward. Social media can quite potentially bring in a situation that is going to make you feel powerless and that you don't know how to move forward in this connection. Like, you might have to deal with a situation where you're going to have to reevaluate, okay, because of this information that comes to you. Because I feel like this Tower, this shocking moment that it brings when you kind of like get information from them, you know, on social media, is going to that shocking information is going to introduce that you might want to reevaluate what you think about this person, and you don't even know if you want to be associated with them, but it's not necessarily the truth. Okay, so the best way that I can kind of see, and I will actually draw cards of advice, because I feel like this person that you're looking into could potentially be a fire sign. So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And I feel like the person scoping them out, or, you know, having their sneak on, the investigation goggles, is an air sign. Libra, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy. And I feel like this can be, you know, fairly immature, but it's also a way of getting information, as long as you know that the information could potentially be incorrect. And the person that is being watched is totally unaware of this. You know, they are focused on their life, they mature, they have their own thing going on, and they most probably not as much on social media. Um, you know, it's like their focus and their attention is somewhere else. Okay, they're investing the energy somewhere else. So the best way to move forward, and I love this judgment card, okay, is to have a conversation, because this angel blows a trumpet, and there is a red cross flag on this trumpet. So that red cross to me is about healing, having healing conversations, talking about the past. So I feel like this person, how to explain, the air sign who is checking out the fire sign needs to have a healing conversation about the past. Okay, but this could also be something happened between these two where there was a shift in focus, and maybe the air sign feels like they were left behind, and the other person just kind of dismissed them, and, you know, didn't finish a conversation, because I feel like you do have history with the Seven of Pentacles. There's history between the two of you. You've had experiences together, but it's almost like the fire sign might have done, you know, a 180, a change direction, and left you kind of like standing and hanging and like, I don't know what to do now, because I thought potentially we had something going on, but now, because the person changed direction, kind of shattered your reality as well. Everything that you thought that you could potentially build together, okay, you feel like it's been ripped out from under your feet. Like everything just exploded around you. And I feel like there's an inability. Is there an inability? Yes. I feel like there's an inability to move on from this person. But I feel like the way to go about it is to have this conversation, to reconnect, make the effort to reconnect and have a conversation. And the conversation going around missed opportunities and regrets. Okay, because we have the Four of Cups, missed opportunities, and we have Five of Cups, which is regrets, looking to the past. So I feel like put the energy where it fits. But I feel like the air sign or the younger person might have made an offer towards their person which was declined in the past. But because the information, the conversation that was supposed to be had wasn't clear, or they might not have had, maybe the one sign didn't even get back to them, didn't give them clear communication, because this is not clear communication. This is like, I'm actually being mind fucked here. I don't understand. Okay, so the communication and the conversations that were had between these two, if there was any, didn't bring clarity for one of these people to move on. So they still kind of in the situation waiting for some closure. And that closure comes through this conversation, okay, which is I do feel it's very much needed, and it can be very healing. And the conversation going around things that didn't work out and the cup that was rejected in the past, okay. And then we will have forward movement. This card is ruled by Cancer, so we are in Cancer season now. We're also having starting with eclipse season. So eclipse is about beginnings and endings. So I feel like whatever it is concerning your romantic situation, that once you have dealt with the past and you have either had that conversation that you could get back together with your person, or or there's a choice I feel like you can make. You can either revive it and bring it back to life, because the Judgment card is my defibrillator card, or you could move on and leave it all behind. So you have choices here on how you want to do it. But I do feel if you move forward with or without this person, you'll be moving forward fast with in no uncertain terms. Okay. Yeah, relationships can be hard, can be challenging, but I feel like, with this 10 of Cups, that this is what you pursue. You want the happiness, you want the home, the husband, the wife, the children. It's time to settle down, it's time to be happy, it's just time to be blooming happy. And is there potential for these two to be together? I don't see any obstacles as to why not. I feel like depending on these two individuals, it is about what they want, because we do have the Tower, which is breaking down of a home, breaking down of a situation. But we also here have the 10 of Cups, okay, which is the potential for where this could go. So I'm going to draw you love and romance cards, and we'll see. I do feel like with fire and air, there's always really good, energy, because especially if it's Aries and Gemini, these, or even Gemini, Leo, those signs, so they kind of sextile each other astrologically. There's a lot of support because air feeds fire, and fire makes air feel useful. Fire makes air feel useful. I like how that came out. Okay. Give your relationship a chance. Pick up the phone. Have a conversation. Take a chance. Okay? It's sometimes you just have to, have those conversations. Giving it a second chance. I want to do another card. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So I feel like potentially this older person could have control issues. It's very much kind of like Emperor, maybe energy there, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like maybe this person is just, sometimes because they mature, they're very sure about what it is that they want in their life. They know they're very clear boundaries, okay? And control issues, I feel like maybe this little air sign is all in their head because they want the information, because they feel I don't have the information. How can I have a conversation if I don't even know what I want to say? Or if I don't even really understand the situation? But if you just take that leap of faith and you stop trying to control, how you're going to do this, and just freaking have a Nike moment and do it, you can put both of you out of misery by being, a grown up and talking about it, because this person is very young, not a lot of experience here. But I feel like this is the person that needs the communication. So it's about growing in yourself and maturing so that you can pluck up the courage to have a talk with your person and to clear things up, okay? And to bring things out in the clear and create the possibility of having a beautiful future together, whatever the situation may be, okay? So we are going into Mercury retrograde in July. If you're going to do any communication, I suggest do it very soon, okay? Because when Mercury is in retrograde, messages get scrambled. Even if you sit together face-to-face speaking, um, it could also maybe be that you want to take this month to reevaluate your situation and think things through and just bide your time until maybe Leo season, because this is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And bide your time until Leo season. Maybe it's your person's birthday coming up, and maybe you could use that as a starting point to engage in conversation. Just a suggestion, but I feel like conversation will go a long way to clear things up for you. Thank you for watching, everyone. I love reading for you. Please connect, please comment below. Let me know how this reading found you. And have a beautiful day. Light and love. Okay, our next group, PowerShell. Are you ready for love? Okay, just be with me while I shuffle and tune into your energy. Thank you for being patient while I go through my processes. As I said before, today I love shuffling a deck because it reminds me how we can expend energy to create certain experiences in our life, but at some point we also have to allow things to fall into place. And sometimes I'll just pick up a deck and shuffle the decks because there's something very soothing and, to me, seeing how the cards fall into place just reminds me that that's what life is about, is making the effort and then allowing things to fall into place for you. So I'll do a mini Celtic cross today. If you like this reading, please be sure to click like. If you like my style of reading, please subscribe and share my videos. I'd like to get my view numbers up. I'd like to get my subscription numbers up. Okay. I think this deck is just about ready. Almost well done. Okay. First card for love. We have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there's either an imbalance in a relationship, or you have a certain amount of generosity around you. We have a little I Spy with my eye card. Someone going on social media, checking other people out to see what's fair. Look how he holds that sword. That's not very clever. You might get hurt. Okay, so we'll have a look into that. Three of Pentacles. So I feel like the viewer, if you're watching this video, you want a connection that is well balanced, and you want a connection that's long term, because we have coins here, ruled by Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You in a very creative state of mind when it comes to romance. You want to build something, not necessarily get married. It's about an even give and take in a partnership to be able to build something together. But we have the Page of Swords here, which I feel like is a little bit of a, it's an immature kind of energy, or there might be children involved. There might be a child involved in saying, um, I have to take my children into consideration if I want to go into a balanced connection. We have the Hermit here. Someone going within, spending a lot of time by themselves, isolating themselves, some spiritual growth in here, meditating, not necessarily getting your Zen on, but certainly creating spaces for your mind to wander and process information. But I also feel like maybe the person who is watching has been a guiding light for other people. You have been through a lot, therefore you have the knowledge and the wisdom to be guiding light for other people, and people seem to seek out your advice and guidance because they know that you know what you're talking about. But the Hermit is ruled by Virgo, so Virgo is Mercury ruled as well, and I feel relationships is a very serious thing. You might have been through a lot when it comes to relationships. This is an old man in other um, decks. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, you feel old. You feel like, oh my God, do I have the heart to do this one more time? If you're single and looking, you say, well, you might have the thoughts like, I'm getting old. I have children. How is this possible? Who would possibly be interested in me? Who would possibly want to build a future with me? Because I don't know if I can do this again. But you are. You're going to do this again. That's the Holy Grail. Do you want it or not? Okay. This is your happiness. This is you falling in love. Okay, and this is at the top of your mind. It's the top of your awareness. This card is ruled by Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We are in Cancer season right now, and this is in the right now moment, right here, right now. We have the Devil. So I feel like you are looking for a long-term committed partnership, and the Devil is ruled by Capricorn, and I love the Cappies. It's not to say that the Cappies are bad people, okay? That's not what it's about. It's about creating stability, because what do Capricorns do? They are goal setters and they are achievers. They know how to build things, okay? They know how to do things long term because this is ruled by Saturn, the planet of karma, time, father. It's a very serious sort of energy, so I want to draw more cards. I feel there's communication coming in from a Capricorn. There's a reunion, a missed opportunity, someone who wants to work with you on a future, and I get it as a fire sign. So I feel like there is romance definitely coming for you. It's a little bit slow in coming, okay? It's been a process. You've been waiting for ages because we have the outcome here as, as the Devil card to me says that there's been a lot of time lapse, father time. Things are going slow. It feels like maybe not even moving forward at all. But all of a sudden, when it comes to love, I feel like there is an opportunity coming to you, and you might even have a choice, unless it is someone. Okay, so what I see is there are someone new coming in for you, as well as, sorry, I just want to move the cards. There's someone new, but there's also someone from the past wanting to come back. Why do I say the past? Because we have communications from a Capricorn-like personality with regrets, a missed opportunity, which tells me that there is past, a cup of love was offered and it might have been declined. And the person, so this could be the person who offered the cup who's struggling to move on, who is still not ready to go into the next relationship because they are despondent about the loss, the emotional loss of being declined. But this could also be the person who declined the offer who now realize that they made the wrong choice, because the cup that they're looking at is empty and the one that they declined is full. Okay, so their cups are empty because they realize I've made the wrong decision. And I also see the Three of Cups as a card of reunion. It could potentially be three people involved. Okay, potential, but I feel like you are the one in control of this, because we have the Six of Pentacles surrounding you. And the Six of Pentacles is about something being out of balance and trying to bring it back into balance. So this isn't a way of a relationship. But I feel like if you're going to have to choose between two people, I feel like you might have to choose between a Capricorn and a Virgo. And that the Capricorn person potentially is the one that comes from, that is the past. The person from the past. But that there is now there's communication coming in, because the Eight of Wands is ruled by Sagittarius, and it's fast moving card. It's maybe even the communication might not be that clear. Remember, we are going into Cancer. We are in Cancer season, but we have eclipse on the 2nd 3rd of July, and we also have a Mercury retrograde basically for the whole month. So there might be a delay with the communication with this person coming forward, but I feel like they might suggest reunion. And then I feel there's another offer coming in. There's three cups. So I feel like there's a third person coming in who's going to make you an offer, a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, who might make you an offer to say, I want to build a future with you. We have the Eight of Pentacles, someone who's willing to put in the work, a mature masculine person who's very passionate. He's passionate, but he's not ruled by his passion. And he's willing to put in the effort to work on a long-term committed partnership with you. I don't see marriage. I see love offers coming in. I see the Ace of Cups. I see a long-term offer coming in, because we have the Devil card here. We have communication. We have regrets. We have reunion. So, because we have this Sagittarius energy here, I feel like potentially this King of Wands coming in could potentially be a Sagittarius person or exhibit, those type of qualities. But we have quite a few coins here. We have someone who's willing to build a future. I feel like, whoever is coming in and offering you the cup of love, that's divinely guided. Okay, but it's about following your heart. It's about listening to your emotions, what it is that you want. And I feel like for some of you, you might have to take children into consideration in your decision concerning love and who you choose in this regard. You might make the choice. If you have a choice between two or three people, it is going to be making the choice and taking your child into consideration as well. But you have to, above all, take your own emotions and your own emotional happiness into consideration. This is not the time to sacrifice yourself. This is not the time to go into a love connection for security alone, because the devil can bring in situations that's very difficult to get out of. These are long-term committed partnerships that really bring huge responsibility with it. But it is, if you want it, then you must be able to make sure that this is going to be the long term. This is not a hit and run kind of situation where they're here today and gone tomorrow. This is about really, really building something that can bring you a lot of joy, but also security and stability in your life. We have soulmate. So there's a soulmate coming in for you. Yes, this is your soulmate, and this is the person you are thinking of right now. Another card. Children, there we go. Your love life is being affected by children. So maybe even if you don't have children, this could be you and your inner child, making sure that you are happy inside of yourself with a little choice, with the choices that you make, from the smallest decision to the biggest decision, to know that you are following your heart's desire just like a child. I want to draw another one. Reconciliation. I rest my case. Someone from the past is returning to your life. And I feel like, children, this is almost like the soulmate card in the tarot, where the Six of Cups. I feel like this could be a deep soul connection because we have the soulmate card, we have reconciliation, and we have children. So I do feel, if you don't have any children, that this is definitely a past life connection, or it could be someone from your past returning back to you. And maybe you couldn't move on from this person. If you had experiences with this person and for some other reason you couldn't be together, I feel with this devil card that it was very difficult to move on from this person, from your person who you love very much. So there's reconciliation on the cards, there's a soulmate on the card. Just put it where it fits. Thank you for watching. I loved reading for you. Please give me comments and feedback on my readings. And let me know where you're from, why you watch my videos. And I wish you a beautiful day. Light and love.